Want to speak real English from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Ask Alisha, the weekly series where you ask me questions and I answer them. Maybe. First question this week comes from Isaac Alexander. Hi again, Isaac. Isaac says, hi Alisha, what's the difference between make or cook dinner and have or eat dinner? About make and cook dinner, there's really not a difference unless you want to be really specific and you're just like using a microwave or an oven to heat up food. In that case, it's probably more correct to say make dinner. Regarding your second question about have or eat dinner, or any other meal for that matter, they have the same meaning, yes, but we tend to use have more when we're making invitations, like do you want to have lunch or do you want to have dinner with me? We use it a bit more in those cases. We use eat more when we're talking about like our personal plans. I think have just sounds a little bit softer for an invitation. So I hope that this helps you understand some of the small nuances there. Thanks very much for the question. Okay, let's move on to your next question. Next question comes from Sungwon. Hi, Sungwon. Sungwon says, hi, can you describe what a stereotype means? Yeah, so a stereotype as a noun is kind of like an unfair or kind of a negative idea about a person or a thing based on some common characteristics. So some examples of stereotypes are like women love shopping, or men love sports, or like all Indian food is spicy, for example. So even though it's like something that might be true in many cases, it's not true in all cases. So this is a stereotype. I hope that that helps you. Okay, let's move on to your next question. Next question comes from Ronnie Gontalidad. Hi, Ronnie. Ronnie says, how do you properly use the period and the comma in a sentences along with the proper grammar? Use periods at the end of a sentence. In the most basic form, a sentence is a subject and a verb. So like I walked, or he slept, or she swam, for example. We put a period at the end of a sentence. I watched the new Batman movie. The neighbors ate all my popcorn. So those are more like complex sentences. We use commas then when we're connecting independent sentences with coordinating conjunctions. A coordinating conjunction is like and, but, or, for, so, yet. Like I watched the new Batman movie and the neighbors ate all the popcorn. So I watched the new Batman movie, comma, and the neighbors ate all the popcorn. That's when I would use a comma. That's one example. Actually, there's a video on the channel I made about how to use commas. It's an introduction to using commas, so I recommend you check this video out to learn more about commas. So I hope that that helps you. Thanks very much for the question. Okay, let's move on to your next question. Next question comes from Karima. Hi again, Karima. Karima says, I think the verb address has different meanings. Could you tell me some of them? One of the meanings of address is to write the mailing address on like a letter or a package. Like, please address your envelope to, or I have a package addressed to so-and-so. Address also means to deal with something or to handle an issue, usually a problem, something negative. How do you plan to address this situation? Or when are you going to address this issue, for example? So that means deal with or handle something. Another meaning of address is like to give a formal speech or to talk directly to someone. So like the president addressed the country in a televised speech, or the CEO plans to address the employees in the morning meeting. So there are 3 different examples of how to use address. Again, if you want to know more about definitions, I highly recommend checking a dictionary. Okay, hope that helped you. Let's go on to your next question. Next question comes from Marcelo Oliveira. Hi, Marcelo. Marcelo says, hi, Alisha. What do these expressions mean? To scrape the bottom of the barrel and last resort. To scrape the bottom of the barrel means to use like only the people or the things that you have available, and this means that they're typically not of good quality. Some examples. I had to scrape the bottom of the barrel to find this computer for work. You put that guy on your team? You're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Your second question about the word last resort means like your last option, the last thing that you are able to do or the last thing you can possibly do. You have no other options in a situation. You turn to your last resort. I might not have enough money to launch my business. My last resort is asking my parents for a loan. If this job doesn't work out, his last resort is to start working at his friend's company. So I hope that helps you understand those two expressions. Thanks very much for the questions. All right, that's everything that I have for this week. Thank you, as always, for sending your questions. Remember, you can send them to me at englishclass101.com/ask-Alisha. Of course, if you liked the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you have not already, and check us out at englishclass101.com for some other things that can help you with your English studies. Thanks very much for watching this week's episode of Ask Alisha, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!